Welcome back, Polo Line TV viewers. Welcome back to that lovely shot. You can see how windy it is down here at the Gantut Racing and Polo Club this afternoon. And we're here on the Sultan bin Zayed field for the third match of the day, the conclusion of our league games, and this one to be contested between Abu Dhabi and Bin Dry. Let's have a look at the runners and riders for this contest. Faris Al Yabuni takes the number 1 shirt for Abu Dhabi. Tomas Delfino for 5-goal handicap is at 2. Bautista Bejo of 4 goals is at 3. And at the back, Senor Ugo Barabucci completing the 12-goal team handicap for Abu Dhabi. Their opponents, Mohammed Bin Dry is at 1. Facundo Kelly takes the 2 shirt. At 3, Santos Solari, and at the back, Mr. Kian Hall. Our umpires on board, Howard Smith and Matthias Barbieni, just shaking hands with the players. And I can tell you that both of these teams have played 2, won 1, lost 1, so this is going to be an absolute ding-dong battle. They're going to go hard. And they're going to be up for the win. Top scorers for the tournament, Juan Ambrosio on 14 goals having just played and scoring a few there. Ricardo Garros is on 11, so too is Bautista Bejo, who has a chance now to leapfrog Juan Ambrosio, and Javier Guerrero on 9, with Benjamin Urquiza having registered 8 goals.
Hi, Mohammed.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Good.
All good? You know that you're 5-3-4, yeah? Okay.
So they're just having a chat there in the centre of the field. We're going to start with 7 players. Bin Dry going to be a man short for the first almost 2 minutes of the match. The umpire's just explaining, having a chat there with Facundo Kelly. He's at number 2 there. Bin Dry playing in the white shirts with the blue trim, and Abu Dhabi in their familiar purple, striking purple colours. So the players being called across now. The Argentine Matthias Barbieni will start the players on this side of the field, and we're underway. That one's gone through the pack. Kian Hall gets the measure of the treasure and the ride-off there past Barabucci, gets hooked out of it by Tommy Delfino. Solari is there for a piece of the action. Barabucci turning now, and he's got Faris in front, but he couldn't reach out and get that ball, and Bin Dry have got possession back here with Kian Hall. This is really good from the team with only 3 players, and they're on the counter-attack. Look at this, round the corner here, switching to the near side. Oh, he's just caned it, it's gone a little bit straight, flicks it back in field, and they'll have to go and deal with this. It's going, near side play needed right in front of the post there from Tommy Delfino, but there's a whistle. And has that ball crossed the line? What has Howard Smith seen here? He's coming across to have a chat here with Matthias Barbieni. Got ourselves a close range penalty, and the dream start here for Bin Dry. Kian Hall licking his lips as he circles around here and taps that one. Well, he's actually whacked it through from close range, and it is Bin Dry, the team that started with 3 men, due to the Simbin, who come up and draw first blood here. They go 1-0 over Abu Dhabi. Mohammed Bin Dry is back on the field at 5 minutes and 34 seconds. He's got 1 minute remaining, and he is back in, and he's down here below the commentary box chomping at the bit to get back and join his teammates. Picked up here by Fakul Kelly. And it's all white at the moment. The purples can't get the ball. Facundo putting the brakes on. Clever play here by Kelly. Faris comes in to challenge, and Faris will have to yield. Left here for Kian Hall. Might fizz this one down towards goal, and he does, and he's found a good one. Back in defence here goes Tommy Delfino, and the purple shirts have not started yet. This is going down into a dangerous area. Delfino with an open backhander, and Tommy Delfino may well have put that out over his own back line, has he? It's a corner. A little bit of confusion down at the far end of the field. The umpires are having a chat. It will be a corner. The ball is dropped down here for Kian Hall, and he's already scored that close range penalty at the top of the field, and he's going to have another pop at goal here from 60 yards, and this is wind assisted. The wind coming straight down the Sultan bin Zayed field. And Kian circling around here. And could he pop this one over the top and complete a dream start for Bin Dry? Hall from 60 yards on the corner. It's left and it's low and it's bobbling its way down towards goal, but it looks like it's off target. Someone's got a touch on it. May have come off a pony, and it looks like it might well be a knock-in. Countdown for Mohammed Bin Dry is he's on field and back in play. So Bin Dry, after a dream start, starting the match 4 against 3 due to a sin bin at the end of that last game, and they've come up with a brilliant goal. Could have had 2, but they're up to a full complement of 4 against 4 now as Delfino gets that pass here from Balti-Bejo. Going downfield and looking for the pass here is Faris, but he's quite central and he will get on the end of it. Faris has done well here. Faris Al-Yabuni is in on goal. Can he get the flick? He's gone a little bit straight and a little bit long, and he is wide of the target. What a chance. Ball is placed on the back line here for Bin Dry. Right is the call. Kian's gone right. Fakul's gone out to the left. Solari is on the loop and dropping in behind Mohammed Bin Dry, who still has possession of the ball here. And he's found a nice pass downfield, and Kian Hall has got the run here on Hugo Barabucci. It's Hall under his pony's neck. He's going to have to get this one back towards goal. He looks over his shoulder. Will he flick this back towards his teammate? He does. Not the best flick, and in fact he didn't quite get enough on it. Balti-Bejo comes in and just sees the ball trickle out of play, and possession will go back to Abu Dhabi here. What a chance that was. Barabucci. Balti-Bejo breaking out to this side, and he will get the pass, but it's been well read here, and going to the near side and coming up with a lovely backhander there was Facundo Kelly, and he's put a nice near sider down into a dangerous area, sweeping the ball across the field here on the counter out of defences. Hugo Barabucci showing all of his experience once again. Who's got it? Turned around the corner. Clash of sticks. Kian Hall's there for a piece of the action. Bin Dry still going. Swept in field there with the near side under the neck shot. Turned around the corner once again by Hugo. Clash of sticks, and coming through the challenge and evading the hook there is Tommy Delfino. Can't pick up the bouncing ball. So too Balti-Bejo over the top of the bounce, and Kian Hall now with a chance to reverse that around the corner. The backhander was intended for Solari, but he'll turn and try and pick that up himself. Nudged out of the way there is Kian Hall, and Balti-Bejo back in defence here for Abu Dhabi. It's fast and it's frantic and it's really, really good early doors here. Still a 0-0 to Bin Dry as Bejo looks for a little bit of space and dances out to the right-hand side. Pumps that one up towards the halfway line, and he's got Tommy Delfino up there, but he's been beaten to the ball, and the Fakul Kelly's backhander will bring it back in field. Huge hit there, firm but fair. Lovely, well-timed ride-off coming in there by Mohammed Bin Dry, and play will continue, and it's stolen away here, and up over the halfway line goes Delfino. It's Tommy Delfino who's breached the defence. The approach shot looks very good. Look at the ride-off from Kelly. Delfino, the 2 number 2s. Delfino goes near side. Oh, so unlucky. It's come off a pony, but it's right in the goal mouth, and they reverse it. And it'll be Balti Beja who is first to surface here. He's going to get there ahead of Solari. Solari comes in and tries to get the ball away from Beja. And they've been caught napping here, Abu Dhabi, and it's been punched long. Solari on the halfway line, just inside enemy territory, picks up the half volley. It's a beautiful looking approach shot. It's right on the money. And he steadies the pony, sets himself, and he looks to equalise here. Solari, he's got it. Beautifully done. Well, it's Bin Dry who go into a 2-goal advantage. Abu Dhabi just caught a little bit slow there as they came back to try and get that ball back towards goal. The ball was stolen away, and Bin Dry, a blistering start here for them. Having scored the first goal with just 3 players on the field, they've added another one here. And, well, no chance for the umpires to blow the whistle and give a half chucker change until 1 minute and 33 remaining on the clock. Such was the state of the play. Up and down both ends of the field. Wonderful stuff from both teams, but it is Bin Dry who find themselves 2 goals ahead here. It's 2-0. Tommy Delfino coming back and just having a chat there with the umpires. Almost got the job done at the top end of the field, but his goal shot just came flying back off a horse when it looked like he was going to score and equalise for Abu Dhabi. There's a bit of a discussion going on about the change. It's basically down to the umpires when they call the free change. They need a neutral, natural break in play when there is not a team on the attack, and therefore when they blow the whistle and give that free change, they don't want to create any disadvantage to either side, and on that occasion they quite simply couldn't blow the whistle. So we're right down to 1:33 in the first, and we're back in play. Mohammed Bin Dry working the ball from the front of the pack. Sets himself and he's threaded that one through, and Kian Hall has got the bump here on Balti Beja. It's Hall on the dark bay going near side. Kian, Beja comes back in defence. Here's the support. It's right there in front of goal, and it's been tapped across the line again. And it is that man Solari. Both ends of the field, and Bin Dry are on fire here in the first. They go 3-0. Well, it was great play from Mohammed Bin Dry from the front of the throw-in. Didn't look like there was much space there, but he absolutely smashed that pass downfield. He threaded it through the ponies, and he put it right out in front of Kian Hall, who came flying through. He was tagged by Balti Beja, but Solari was there on hand to convert the chance. Big ride-off coming in there by Tommy Delfino. Well, Kian wanted the whistle, but Delfino looked like he was okay to play that ball. He's turned back into the traffic. Balti Beja is there. Kian looking for the foul as Beja turns around the corner and comes away with the ball here on the chestnut. He's found a nice pass. Could have done with a little bit more angle, and Faris has been asked an awful lot to do from there. Can he cut this one back around towards goal? He's gone very wide. And Solari comes in and claims the line and mops things up here in defence for Abu Dhabi. And as the Abu Dhabi player comes in, the whistle goes. That was Balti Beja who nipped in. And that will be the end of a blistering first chukker. And what a start for Bin Dry. They'll come down the field. They'll be very, very happy. Having started with just 3 men, they finished the chukker 3-0 here over Abu Dhabi. And they've come flying out of the traps. Well, welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers. Brilliant game here, developing between Bin Drai and Abu Dhabi. Here on the Sultan bin Zayed field at the Gantoud Racing and Polo Club. And the ball is back in play, and it's just fallen nicely here for Ugo Barabulci. He tries to reverse it towards Faris, and Faris has done really well. He smashed it towards goal. Oh, unlucky. Nice little reflex under the neck shot from Faris on the turn. But he's just off target to the left. Umpire's blown his whistle. He's just having a chat with the players here. And there's a lot at stake in this match. Tensions are high, and I think some of the players are just getting a little bit lippy. We're back in play. Oh, Faris has done well. Goes near side, and he's good to go near side. Mohammed bin Drai just overcomplicating things, but he's got possession of the ball back here. Faris still there, hanging around. Making it difficult here for Mohammed bin Drai, and he's not middled that one. Tommy Delfino will come in and meet this head-to-head, and the meet is good. Delfino now out to the left-hand side. Will he set himself and cut this back towards goal? He does. Bauti Bejo trying to get in on goal, but he's been nudged out of the way there by some good defence from Kian Hall. And once again, the ball has crossed the line, and the knock-in will go to the defending team. So 2 good attacks by Abu Dhabi, but yet to open their account. They're still trailing here by 3-0. Mohammed from the back line. Bin Drai goes out to the left. A little bit of cat and mouse here with Faris Al Yabouni. He's been told to get on with it here, Bin Drai, and he does. He puts the hammer down and brings the ball out towards the commentary position here. Right in front of us is Mohammed bin Drai. Wants that ball to stay in play, and it bounces on the top of the boards twice and does stay in play. Tommy Delfino goes to the persuader. He's back in defence here, trying to get the nudge on Mohammed bin Drai. Kian Hall smashes that one down towards goal, but he's smashed it into the traffic, and the whistle has gone. It's going to be a penalty 5. Spot hit in favour of Abu Dhabi. Ugo Barabulci. A tap. And then he tried to get the pass out to Bauti Bejo, but he was being squeezed for space by Solari. And Solari on the right of way. And he has conceded the foul. They've gone to the 5B. Tommy Delfino and Faris just coming back to have a chat here with Ugo. Bauti Bejo had gone downfield. I think he was expecting a penalty 4. And it's going to be Ugo Barabulci from the halfway line here, trying to get something going for Abu Dhabi. Good height and good direction on the pass from Ugo. Kian Hall back in defence. Faris is there. And a whistle on the play. Faris went offside. Kian was there on the near side. And it is going to be a defensive penalty here in favour of Bin Drai. So a chance for them to get the ball downfield and clear their lines. Mohammed bin Drai, the number 1. He'll be taking this spot hit. He smashes it out towards Kian Hall. Delfino will come in on the head-to-head once again, and he gets another good meet. Tommy, round the corner, under pressure there from Kian Hall, who's working his socks off invariably as he does. Big ride-off between Bejo and Fakul Kelly. And another whistle on the play as those two players came together. It was a real tussle. Fakul Kelly looks like he's conceded the penalty here, and this is going to be the golden opportunity for Bautista Bejo to open Abu Dhabi's account here. He's got a close-range penalty, a penalty 2. He's going to come round at walk. Open goal attempt here. Looking for 3-1. Smashes it through. And the goal judge eventually gets that flag up. And Abu Dhabi do indeed open their account here. They've got the scoreboard ticking, and that will settle the nerves somewhat as the clock ticks down towards 5 minutes and 10 seconds here remaining in the second chukka. Ball's back in play. Pops out the back. Who's got it? Tommy Delfino's there on the near side. Kian Hall has the inside of the field, and he goes back in defence here for Bindrai. Lovely tail backhander from Kian. Absolutely smashes that out to the boards. And turning here onto that pass is Facundo Kelly. And that ball has popped out of play. A little bit unlucky there for Bindrai. So the 8-second count. And Howard Smith will plonk the ball down there for Ugo Barabucci. Looking to try and launch another attack here for Abu Dhabi. Ugo. Couple of taps, he skied that, didn't get the contact, but it's actually worked quite well in his favour. He still has possession of the ball, and he's down inside the 60 here, and he's got his teammate tucked in behind. Delfino fakes to go long, taps it out to the left-hand side, tries to get the jump there, and Bauti Vejo was there, lining up Facundo Kelly, and another loud blast from the umpire's whistle, and this one can only be going in one direction. There's the replay. And fouling the second man as he tried to flick that ball on the near side. So, Bindrai, after that dream start, have just got a little bit scrappy, and they've conceded 2 close penalties here. And they have effectively almost gifted 2 goals back to Abu Dhabi. Players called. Bautista Vejo circling around here for another close range penalty. He's going to come in at walk once again. He's looking for 2-3. Bauti winds up. Good contact, sounded good, looks good, is good. He's got the score, and Abu Dhabi, after a slow start, they got blitzed in that first chukka. They've come back with 2 unanswered goals, and they trail by just 1. So the umpires have called free change. And the players just need to accept that. It is the discretion of the umpires when they call that change. There's 3:47 on the clock. And it will be the halfway point in this second chukka and a chance to change their ponies. If you're out there on Polo Line TV, make sure you get your message in. It'd be lovely to hear from you. I haven't had any messages thus far in this match. Let us know who you're supporting, where you're watching from, and we'll try and get your name out and about. So, players are back out and ready for action. Umpire's going to shuffle them across the field just to save that piece of ground. And it's popped out here for Bauti Vejo, having scored 2 short penalties. He's got the ride off there on Kian Hall. Tommy Delfino comes in for a little bit of help. Still Bauti Vejo with some good stick work, but he's shown a little bit too much of that to Hall. Backhander there from Mohammed Bindrai has found Kian Hall on the near side. Faris is protesting his innocence there. As we look at the replay. Penalty's been given from the spot. White players have marched downfield in the hope that they were going to get a penalty for, but it's going to be from the spot, heading back towards their own goal. No obvious pass on. And as a result, the ball is about 20 yards inside Abu Dhabi's half. Three whites go forward and one takes the ball. Has he shown too much of that to Delfino? Whoa, Tommy Delfino with a really good chance there. He's already had two head-to-heads, but this time it's Mohamed Bin Dry who carries on and goes down towards that goal. And there's another whistle on the play, and it's all getting very, very intense and very scrappy. White player turning back into some opponents. And it's going to be a spot hit in favour of Abu Dhabi. Ugo didn't quite get the contact he wanted. Solari comes through. Little flick, open backhander from Delfino. Was intended for Barabucci. Fakul Kelly trying to get on the end of that and turn right, but there was some purple players lining up. Balti Beja was there. And this one is going down towards the 60-yard marker, and it's in favour of Abu Dhabi. Well, the umpires are having a chat here. Where are they going to put this ball? Looks like they've gone beyond the 60. They have. It's going to be a 40-yard hit. A lot of fouls. And this one, a really good chance for Abu Dhabi, who have had a really slow start to the match, but a chance here for them to go and equalise from 40 yards. Bautista Visual circling around here, looking for 3-3. It's high, it looks really good, and it is. It's straight through the uprights. A lovely penalty from Bautista Visual, and he has tied the match here. Abu Dhabi 3, Bin Dry 3. Great replay there from the drone. And a solid penalty from Balti. Solari is there. So too is Faris. Tommy Delfino, facing his own goal, has possession here for Abu Dhabi. Faris is free and Faris is gone. Can Faris get going? Mohamed Bin Dry flying back. Look at that pony. Absolutely took off round the bend and got him back into a good defensive position. And Faris comes in, tries to get the ride-off in, but in the end, they were right on top of the ball, and he may well have been adjudged to have just been over the top there, through the back. Bin Dry. Well, Mohamed gets back to that ball after having missed it completely, and he's going to have to It's all getting a bit tense. The umpires have had a good chat here. And they may have decided to offset fouls here and roll the ball in from the centre of the field. We're back in play. Smashed downfield by Cian Hall as the ball just drops at his feet. Solari coming through on the near side, but Bejo beats him to the ball and gets a nice near side backhander. Fakul Kelly now. Kelly being tracked by Faris. Gone past his man, but a little miscontrol. He's got some support here from Cian Hall. Cian with a little wristy correction there up over the halfway line. Nice work here. The Englishman picking up the bouncing ball and going down towards the 60-yard line on this fast bay. It's Cian Hall. A vicious bounce, but he's controlled it very nicely. Hall is through the traffic. Hall with a cut shot. Oh, he's wide. Bejo came across in defence. The umpires are having a chat, and they've given it. They've given the penalty one. So brilliant play by Cian Hall. Absolutely brilliant. Direct, positive, and absolutely flying. Here's the drone shot. And it will be the goal and the 5B restart here. The penalty one. After some brilliant work by Cian Hall and Bindrai now find themselves 4-3 and a chance here to double up from the 5B. Play is called. Here comes Mohamed Bindrai. Winding up. Didn't quite get the shot he wanted. It's been stopped there by Faris. And Faris has done really well here for Abu Dhabi, and he pumps that one across towards the boards. Mohamed Bindrai back in defence. The two number ones challenging each other. Mohamed with a nice little turn on this little mare. Sets up the play once again for the white shirts of Bindrai. Clock ticking down towards the final 30 of this second chukker, and Cian Hall, who almost had the ball stolen away there by Bejo, is flying once again. He goes past Tommy Delfino, down into a little pocket of space in front of goal. It's Cian Hall looking for another one here. Hook comes in from Bejo, but he's got the support, he's got the backup. It's Fakul Kelly who gets the flick and gets the score. And in the dying embers of the second chukker, just on the stroke of half-time, Bindrai with a quick 1-2, and they find themselves stretching ahead here over Abu Dhabi. It's 5-3. back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers. Welcome back to the Sultan bin Zayed field here at the Abu Dhabi Racing and Polo Club here in Abu Dhabi. And down at Gantut, we saw Gantut playing earlier. We've now got Abu Dhabi out there and they're taking on Bin Dry. Fascinating contest this. Bin Dry having gone into a 3-0 lead. They got pegged back by Abu Dhabi, who tied the match at 3-3, but 2 late goals in that second chukker for Bin Dry after some brilliant work by Cian Hall. And Bin Dry find themselves ahead here by 2, 5-3 at the start of the third. And there is Cian in shot there, just coming across and having a chat with Fakou Kelly. Fakou getting the touch on that last goal at the scoreboard end of the field. So it looks like we're missing Mohammed Bin Dry. Mohammed's sitting down there in the Bin Dry tent. Quite sure what's happening down there, whether we've got a medical timeout or a substitution. Or whether Mohammed Bin Dry is just waiting for some equipment. Looks like he's back up and ready to mount up, so all good in the Bin Dry hood. Players making their way across towards the clubhouse side of the field. Remember, both of these teams having played 2, won 1, lost 1. They need a victory here. The stakes are high. Backhander comes in and turns them around. Solari called off it there by Cian Hall. He's hooked out of it there by Belti Bejo, but gets a little break off the pony, and he's still in on goal here. Good a chance this for Bin Dry. The shot comes in. And he's got it. Well, he got a little bit of fortune off the pony as he came together with the challenge there with Balti Bejo. It got hoofed forward and it was straight back into the path of Kian Hall. And from there was no mistaking from the Englishman. And he's opened up a 3-goal advantage here. Bindrai 6, Abu Dhabi 3. We're back in play. Faris trying to work this one away from the front of the throw, and he's got some support here from Balti. Balti Bejo goes long out towards Faris. Faris coming in here, trying to get this one back round towards goal. But there's a whistle as he pops out there in front of Fakul Kelly. Spot hit to the whites. Mohammed. A little bit straight, that pass. And Solari tried to get around the corner and get on the end of it, but Barabuchi looked like he was very well positioned to me. Whistle's gone. Spot hit to the purples. And a good position, this. We've seen some good polo, but we've seen a lot of fouls. 13 fouls thus far. Just broken the rhythm of the game slightly. There has been some great play, no doubt about that. And can Bautista Bejo come up with something great from here? He's about 100 yards from goal, and he may have a go from here. Sets himself, it's gone long and left along the ground. Barabuchi is there on the near side, tries to centre that one towards goal, and that's pretty close from Ugo. Oh, he's got it. Wow. What an incredible near side backhand attempt. I didn't really give him much of a chance, but look at this from Barabuchi on the replay. Pass was way, way left. Surely much further left than Balti Bejo wanted. Certainly further left than Barabuchi wanted, but the near side backhander was beautiful. 6-4. Back to the centre. Who's got it? The whites. Nice little spin turn there by Solari. Finds a pass towards Kian Hall, who leaves it, in fact, for Mohammed Bindrai and goes downfield. Mohammed's absolutely smashed that one over the top towards Fakul Kelly. Kelly is in on goal. Fakul Kelly, he's missed it. Left the ball behind. It was a great, long, lofted pass from Mohammed Bindrai. But they couldn't find the target, and Barabuchi will bring the ball back into play here for Abu Dhabi. 5 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third. Tucked in behind here is Bautista Bejo. Bejo just overrunning that slightly with the horse, and he couldn't get the contact. And this is very dangerous because Solari has found a near-side backhand pass, and there's nobody at home in defence here. Mohammed Bindrai is slowly stick and balling this one down towards goal, and he's not going to miss from there. Cries coming out from the Bindrai camp, and they restore that 3-goal advantage. 7-4. Well, there's the replay of Mohammed coming through and tapping it across the line, but the damage had already been done. It was Solari's backhand after a mistake by Balti Bejo. Umpire just calling for a little bit of order in the throw-in. Some players just across the line, a little bit of contact with the ponies. This time we're away. Fakul Kelly looking around in disbelief, but Balti Bejo on the dark bay was right behind him. And the umpires have decided to move this one downfield. Look at the replay, it comes straight out the back of the pack, and Kelly, who has to go near side, commits the foul. So a chance here for Abu Dhabi from 60 yards. Visual circling around here on this very comfortable looking dark bay pony. He's got the height, but it doesn't sound like it's very nice contact, and he's pushed it out to the right. So the chance has gone. And the distance between the two teams is still 3 goals. Mohammed bin Drai, this time with a knock-in from his own back line. Very slow, isn't it? Tommy Delfino comes across. But he's got the pass out. Good work by Mohammed in the end to find a pass to Cian Hall. Cian lost that one down towards the halfway line. Soladi, backed up by Kelly. Delfino. Nice little hook coming in there. Well-timed hook by Fakul Kelly. And that's allowed Mohammed bin Drai to come through. And another whistle on the play. Umpire's just having a chat. The players have nipped off to change their ponies halfway through this third chukker. .325 on the clock. Third chukker. Mohammed bin Drai is teeing the ball up here on the little chestnut. Canters off the field. Penalty 2. Golden opportunity here for bin Drai to put number 8 on the scoreboard and double Abu Dhabi's score. Mohammed circles round. Back to a walk. Winds up and shoots, and he's got the job done. It looked a little bit nervy, to be fair, but he got good contact, good composure, and he has put number 8 on the scoreboard here for bin Drai as the clock ticks down towards 3 minutes remaining in the third. Bin Drai 8, Abu Dhabi 4. We're back in play. Tommy Delfino has it. He's shown a little bit too much of that to Kelly. Kelly appealing for the foul, but the ride-off looked good. And Delfino is back in play. Goes for the deep under the neck shot out towards Bauti Reggio, but didn't get enough on it. Solari is there. Solari's backhand is an absolute beauty, and he's found Mohammed bin Drai. Mohammed went a little bit hard at that, but look at the pony coming back for him. Absolutely brilliant. And again, this time, he's cut across in front of Tommy Delfino in trying to get back to that ball for the second time, and the umpires with no alternative but to blow the whistle. Look at that little mare operate for him, trying her utmost to get him back in possession of the ball. Spot hit here in favour of Abu Dhabi. Teed up by Balti-Bejo. And Bindrai would ideally love at least one, but arguably 2 goals here before the end of this third chukka to give themselves half a chance. Trailing by 4. Here comes Ugo after that brilliant near side goal of his. Sets himself and goes long. It's a good long pass downfield, but Mohammed Bindrai is back in defence this time. Look at this mare. She's absolutely dancing around the place. He's found a little tail backhander out towards Fakul Kelly, but it's come up a bit short, and the purple shirts are swarming all over it. Bindrai out of defence and a whistle. Facundo Kelly came flying forward there. .202 on the clock. The penalty has gone in favour of Abu Dhabi. It's going to be a penalty 4. And an opportunity here for Bautista as he circles around here. Needs to get something going for Abu Dhabi. It could be here from the penalty spot. He's got the height. It's like a chip shot. And he's got it straight over the top. Lovely. Little 9-iron. Maybe a pitching wedge. And he's got the job done. Took all those defenders out of the equation and chipped it up over the top. Beautiful stuff from Balti-Bejo. And he puts number 5 up on the scoreboard here for Abu Dhabi. Pops out the back. Bejo comes in for the steal there. Kian Hall has it. Mohammed going down the left-hand side. Tommy Delfino was already well positioned and will get the near side backhander in here for Abu Dhabi. Kelly comes through and tries to pluck that one out of the air. Balti-Bejo doesn't get the cut on that shot that he was looking for. It's gone a little bit straight, and it's straight into the path here of Kian Hall. Hall getting some protection there from Mohammed Bindrai. Puts in a big bump on Balti-Bejo. Kian back into the traffic. Hall setting this one up here for Abu Dhabi, for Bindrai, should I say, as Abu Dhabi come back in defence. Ugo. Barabuchi, well-timed backhander. It's a good one. It's straight towards Balti-Bejo, showing a go from him, and he's gone past his man, and then he fizzes that one downfield. Can Faris get on the end of this? It's Faris Al-Yabouni getting in there with plenty of time in front of Kian Hall, cuts it down towards goal. Faris now with the attempt. Faris up in front of goal. Kian Hall there with a miscontrol from Faris, gets that tail backhander in. The hooter goes, and Ugo thought about coming in, but there was no space. And it's Bindrai on the counter-attack here in the form of Facundo Kelly. Back in defence here, Barabuchi in the dying embers of the third chukka, chops out a tail backhander towards Bejo. Lovely, well-timed ride-off coming in there from Mohammed Bindrai, and the Whites may have a chance here. A snapshot, they're running out of time. They've got to try and get this one down. It's Kian Hall who goes for goal, and Kian Hall is wide of the target. That will end the third chukka, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant stuff. Lots of whistle, but good polo in the middle of it as well. And Bindrai here, 8-5 over Abu Dhabi at the end of the third.
Under the patronage of His Highness, Sheikh Falah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Gantut Racing and Polo Club invites you to the prestigious Emirates Polo Championship International. This February 8th, 2025, experience the thrilling Grand Final Polo match. A day filled with entertainment. Enjoy Gantut Heritage Village, folklore shows and traditional food. Emirati Bazaar, entertainment shows. lucky draws, and a large playing zone for your kids, exciting activities and games. Join us for an unforgettable experience, free entry for all.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Sultan bin Zayed field here at the Gantoot Racing and Polo Club. The floodlights are on because it is getting dark. The fourth chukker of our third match as we look at the replay of Cian Hall with that snapshot. He had to go for goal. Time was ticking away. The first bell had already gone and there was a matter of seconds before the second bell came in. But in rushing it slightly, he's gone wide to the left. And the score remains 8-5. I'm not sure what's going on down there, but we would all appreciate getting the ball in play. Someone's obviously said something. The umpires are having a chat, just trying to sort something out. And we've got a yellow card going to Cian Hall by the looks of it. So instead of that knock-in restart, looks like we're going to make our way downfield. And Abu Dhabi will be a little bit closer to the bin dry goal. Ugo Baravucci from the halfway line. He's got plenty on that. Good looking shot downfield. Looking for Tommy Delfino, but he's been well marked, and that's allowed Mohamed bin Dry. Comes around the corner, gets past Baltivejo. Delfino is back in play. Delfino going past one and two. And Kelly, who's protesting his innocence, surely came across in front of the second man. The umpire right on the spot, and the whistle has gone. There's Delfino around the corner. Kelly comes in and, well, an obvious one there for the refs. So penalty 2, Baltivejo looking for number 6. Whoa. Pony just went absolutely bananas as he came in to hit that. And he shanked it out to the left and wide. Well, he may get a retake. He's got a retake. Did somebody come out through the goal? Well, he's going to take the penalty again on the same pony. This time he's giving it a warm-up. And he's coming in now for another penalty 2 attempt. This time it looks a little bit better. It couldn't have been much worse, and he's got this one straight down the middle. The flag is raised, the goal is good, and Abu Dhabi have cut the gap. They trail here 6-8. We're back in play. Who's got it? Kian Hall working hard with Tommy Delfino coming away with the ball. Delfino now on the power play here for Abu Dhabi. Faris has found some space, but the pass has just come up a little bit short. Putting the brakes on hard there is Mohamed bin Rai. Backhander comes in, turns them around. Bijol. Under pressure from Kian Hall. Turning back into the traffic there, Tommy Bijol. Bauti Bijol, and another whistle as he went across to try and play that on the near side, and they're going down to the 5B. Still over 6 minutes on the clock as Mohamed bin Rai comes around here on the little chestnut. Delfino comes across to him. Punch downfield towards Solari. Faris will have a go on the near side. Couldn't get bat on ball. And Solari is coming around and goes for the cut shot, but that one will not trouble the scorers. It's wide to the left. Ugo Barabucci crying out there, trying to rally his troops, but then he's made an absolute pig's ear of the knock-in, and the Whites are in on goal here. Well, it looks like a penalty one. Howard Smith with his hand raised, whistle has gone. So it will be a goal to bin Rai. And they restore that 3-goal advantage, 9-6, and the restart. Is it a 1? Maybe it was just a goal. No, it was just a goal. It was just a goal. My mistake. The ball was across the line, so the goal was given. It's 9-6, and they will start with the roll-in. And we're back in play. Pops out the back. Tommy looks over his shoulder and he sees that he's got plenty of space here. Delfino is in on goal. Can he get the approach right? Oh, he's over the top of it. Kian Hall back in defence for bin Rai. Around the corner and trying to launch an attack here for the Whites. Kian on a fast pony. Cuts that one up over the halfway. He's decided to go past his man, and this horse is absolutely flying. Back now comes Ugo Barabucci. Kian switches to the near side. Hall still going down towards goal as Bauti Bijol comes back. Bauti gets enough on that to deflect it into the path of his teammate. And Barabucci back towards Bijol. Kian Hall, backhander from him. And he misses the backhander, circles around, and the whistle has gone. It's going to be a hit from the centre of the field. All being teed up here by Ugo. Delfino went to change. And he's back in play now and ready for action. Still 5 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock here in the fourth. Ugo Barabucci circles around, looking to try and launch this one down into a dangerous area. Sets himself, he's got plenty of height on it. It's a good looking shot. It's a nice pass. Bauti Bejo is there, and Bejo has been well marked by Kian Hall, who's had a good defensive offering here for Bindrai. Open backhand, it goes out towards Kelly. Kelly now on the march here for the white shirts. Attracts the attention of Bautista Bejo, who's tucked in behind his teammate. In fact, it's Tommy Delfino who has the play. Tommy. Oh, Tommy's hit that one into a crowd of players, and there's a whistle on the play. So it's going to be a penalty 5. And a hit for Bindrai. Mohamed brings the ball back in. Delfino comes across to him. Didn't quite get the shot that he was looking for. And it's been met head-to-head here by Bauti Bejo. Bauti now coming away from his man. Needs to come around the corner. Doesn't quite get the contact on the ball. And the ball's popped out over the board. So possession will go back to Bindrai here as the clock ticks down towards the 4-minute marker here in the fourth. Mohamed goes first time at this one. And he's found Kian Hall. Kian just steadying the ship here on the halfway line. Ball's been nicked away by Bauti Bejo. Bautista. Solari went really hard at that, didn't he? And luckily, he mishit it because he's hit it straight at Faris. It was a mishit, but it was still hard enough to have hurt. And Faris here may need some medical attention. So it looks like Faris is okay. As I say, it was a bit of a mishit from Solari, thankfully. And the umpires have called time halfway through this fourth. So as it stands, with the results as they are, Bindrai will be taking on Gantut in the semi, and Abu Dhabi will be facing AM Polo. So we've got a penalty 5, spot hit to Abu Dhabi. Ugo Barabucci circles around here. He's about 60 yards inside his own half, maybe 65, and he takes a tap across the field towards the centre. Launches it. Mohammed has a little dabble at that on the near side of his pony. Faris was well positioned, and the whistle is blown for the 25th time in the match. Balti circling around here for Abu Dhabi. "30-yard open goal, he's got it, floats it over the top, and in doing so brings up number 7 for Abu Dhabi. They trail by 2, 7-9. Back to the centre. Back is the call. And Mohammed bin Dry gets a backhander away. Bauti Bejo with time to cross over. Got some support and back up from Barabucci. Ugo, open backhanded, may come onto this himself. He's got, well, he was well positioned. So too was Bauti Bejo. They both had their stick raised. Loud blast from our umpire, Howard Smith. And well, Abu Dhabi getting themselves right back into this match. Bin Dry looks so comfortable. And this one is not over yet. Si ganan Abu Dhabi, penales. Con la mar. 3:03 on the clock. We've got another close range penalty here. And, well, the connotations of the qualification could change completely here as Bauti Bejo circles around. And he smashes it through the goal. And in doing so, cuts the gap. And all of a sudden, we've got a 1-goal game here, folks. Bin Dry 9, Abu Dhabi 8. A clash of sticks in the throw-in. Coming away with the ball there for Bin Dry. And he's got the pass and he's downfield and he's picked up the bouncing ball, just loops up. Mohammed is there. Kian Hall goes flying through. They're still working it down towards goal here. It's a bit grubby. Bin Dry shoots and it's popped out and play will continue. It's Kian Hall who's going to come around the houses and start all over again. Kian tries to go past his man. Appealing for the foul. Mohammed bin Dry's there for a piece of the action, reaching out, trying to flick it back towards goal, and the chance has gone wide. Still time here for Abu Dhabi. Play is called. They're trailing by 1. They're on their own back line as Barabucci comes in and takes a quick one. Delfino breaks out to the right-hand side. Bauti Bejo has gone down the left. Who's got it? Quite hard to see from here. Turning the play there was Mohammed bin Dry, but Bauti Bejo's come through on the chestnut. Oh, and a miss there in defence. And a whistle. Well, well, well. Bautista circling around here, looking to tie the match at 9-9. Beltivejo shoots, and Beltivejo has tied the game late in the day here. Abu Dhabi have come back from the dead, and they've tied the match. Well, what an extraordinary game of polo. 18 goals, 200 fouls, and here we are. A minute remaining, and we're locked. Abu Dhabi have it. Tommy Delfino breaking away towards the swimming pool on the far side of the field. Has possession for Abu Dhabi, brings it back in field. Goes past one, still working this one forward is Delfino. Shoots, he's gone for it from range. Where's that one gone? It's gone across the face of goal and it's going to go out of play. So, we're back in play. Quick one taken here by Mohammed. Play will continue. Kian Hall picking the ball up just inside his own half. He's over the top of it. And Abu Dhabi with a chance to turn. Cut around the corner. First hooter has gone. And they're still going here, Abu Dhabi. Surely not. Where's that one gone? Down into the corner. And it's gone too far and out of play. Well, who would have thought it? Second hooter goes. We can't separate the teams. Unbelievable score here. Abu Dhabi having dragged themselves back into this match in this fourth chukka. And we're going to finish here at 9-9 and go to overtime. Well, welcome back. We're under the lights here. The Sultan bin Zayed field at Gantut. What an extraordinary turn of events. We finished the fourth chuck and we've got 9-9 on the scoreboard here between Abu Dhabi and Bin Drai. Bin Drai were cruising. They went 3-0 up. They got pegged back to 3-3. They went 6-3. I think they were 7-4. They were 8-4. And we find ourselves at the end of the fourth, 9-9 between these two teams. And, of course, it changes the semi-final situation drastically. Should Abu Dhabi win this match, Bin Drai, instead of going straight to a semi-final, will be in a penalty shootout with Lamar to see which one of those two teams goes through. Should Bin Drai win, they will go and face Gantut in a semi-final, and Abu Dhabi will be playing AM Polo. So it can all change. And we will know in the next few minutes. We're just waiting for Abu Dhabi to come out from their camp. There's a couple of players still on the ground there waiting for ponies. And, well, who would have thought it a few minutes ago that we would be locked here at 9-9. We've got a nice message coming in from some of our viewers on the live stream. Neil is tuned in from the States and is very complimentary. Good morning, watching from Poolsville, Polosville, in the United States of America as a fellow polo announcer. I must say that you're doing a great job. Please tell us your name. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much, Neil. As we look at Ugo Barabucci coming back onto the field. We've got Rapai Ahmed sending in a message as well. And a couple of other messages coming in on the messaging platforms as we turn our attentions back to the field. Getting cold here. The desert night is starting to bite. It's been a very windy day. And I'll try and tell you what's going on because it's quite hard to see looking down into those floodlights on the far side of the field, but it's been whacked downfield. And Bin Dreyer on the march here. They're on the attack. That one's been brought back in field. Kian is there. Kian Hall. Big ride-off coming in there between Kian and Bauti Bejo. Hall appealing for the foul. Bejo is there. Scrapping away. Nice little turn around the corner. Oh, it was too nice a turn, wasn't it? And Solari got round the corner very quickly, and then the mare just lost a front leg and went down. Looks like she's okay. He's okay. No damage done. They're both back up on their feet. And there'll be a little time out here for Santos Solari to get remounted. There's the drone shot, the floodlit Sultan bin Zayed field here at Gantut. Great shot there of the two umpires coming together and having a chat. That's Matthias Baviani from Buenos Aires and Mr. Howard Smith from Guards Polo Club in England. It's been a tricky game for them. They're doing a great job. And we're going to start with a neutral roll-in, no clear possession. And it's a roll-in from Howard. Back in play. Who's got it? It's Bauti Bejo. Big ride-off coming in there from Mohammed bin Drai, who just wanted it a bit more, didn't he? Brilliant stuff from him. Straight onto the stick, though, of Barabucci. Tommy Delfino goes downfield. So too does Bauti Bejo. And it's been pumped long. In fact, that was Delfino. Downfield was Barabucci, and here comes Bauti Bejo. Bejo now under his pony's neck. Desperate defence from Faku Kelly. Kelly comes in and nudges Bautista Bejo out of the way and just lets that ball trickle out of play. It's crossed the back line, and possession will go back to Bin Drai here, deep inside their own half, and they've got a knock in right in front of that wonderful scoreboard. He's left the ball behind, but no damage done. He's got plenty of time to circle around here. Kian Hall on La Picasa, goes out to the right-hand side. Kian on the end of this pass, possibly, as he's being tracked here by Bauti Bejo. Hall, the Englishman, hauling on the brakes and shutting down there on the boards. He's up over the halfway. No, it's just inside their own half. It's Mohammed who has it. And Mohammed bin Drai tries to fire that one back down to a teammate. It's been turned around the corner by Abu Dhabi. Mohammed bin Drai arriving late there with his stick raised. Nothing for that, and play will continue here. Backhander from Bejo. Barabucci and Delfino on the far side of the field, but the whites have still got it. Looks like Facundo Kelly who's turning the play. Kelly, up over the halfway line he goes. He's got Solari downfield. Can he find the pass? No, he can't. It's gone out to the right-hand side. He may have to come through on this himself. Looks like Delfino is there. Good ride off there and a near side flick, but possession exchanging hands. And back to Abu Dhabi. Who's got it? And the ball comes flying up in the air and goes straight over the boards. So it's come off a defending player's stick. They're going to come back to 60 yards. And he's going to have to hit it first time. Cranks it down towards goal. Where's that one going? It's gone across the face. White player trying to get on the end of that. Under pressure there from Barabucci. Some players, spectators standing right on the boards. The whistle's gone. There's a sticks raised from both sets of players. Very hard to see from here what's going on. Fifth chukker. Golden goal, sudden death. Kian Hall is off his horse. Kian Hall is back on his horse. So, Abu Dhabi with a chance to clear their lines and get this one downfield. Here comes Senor Hugo Barabucci. Hugo takes a tap. Balti Bejo's gone for a very ambitious pass. He may be able to come in on the head-to-head here, but he's been beaten to the ball by Facundo Kelly. Kelly now trying to work this one around the corner. Oh, Kelly is in on goal. He's gone past his man. It's Facu Kelly with a little flick. Has he got the score to end this one? No, he hasn't. It's been stopped on the goal line. Bautista Bejo, right place, right time, and he's launched the counter-attack downfield. Come Abu Dhabi. Who's got it? Tommy Delfino came flying through with Kian Hall. Look at this, they're through. They're in on goal. There's no one back in defence here for Bin Dry. And he's gone out to the left-hand side. Awful approach from Delfino. He's going to have to do it the hard way. He comes back, centre field, goes past the challenge, and he's been hooked and taken out of it. Who's there? Where's Balti Bejo hacking away? They're all having a go. Kian Hall comes through with the ball, picks up the half volley, has his stick raised, and the whistle has gone. Well, they're going to have to change pony. We've had no goal in this fifth. The Abu Dhabi players are going over to the referee to see what the decision is. The third man's asking for the replay. High tensions here. The umpires have come across to the third man. The third man is going to the monitor. He's going to check, double check the replay. Players have changed their ponies. The sky has gone completely black. The drone is still hovering above the players. And the third man is checking the replay. Important call, of course, Bin Dry needing to win this match. Otherwise they go into a shootout. If they do win, they face Gantut, and Abu Dhabi would match up against AM Polo. The umpires have phoned a friend.
Someone pushing in, okay, or if it was okay, like that. The ball is already gone. There is a little bit of
So the umpires just telling the players what the decision is. And it's going to be a 5B hit from the centre in favour of Bin Dry. Ball being teed up here by Facundo Kelly. Kian Hall goes forward on the rangy bay. So too Santos Solari in the 3 shirt, jostling for position there with Faris. Facundo Kelly there on the halfway line with Mohamed bin Drai. They're having a chat, hatching a plan. And it will be Facundo Kelly who's going to take this responsibility from the 5B. Circles around. Oh, he's hit it horrifically, bobbled it downfield. But he may get a second go at it here because the defending player came across and missed the ball. And there's a whistle. Well, extraordinary stuff. After all that, he got the worst contact on the ball. But look at the defender, came in to have a go, missed it, and Kelly was in. We're going upstairs. We're going back to the replay. So we had a purple player coming out from his goal line on the meet that looked legitimate. It's just a question of whether there was a pair already there going in the opposite direction. That's what we're checking. Were they in contact? Were they established as a pair? In which case it might be a 2-on-1. The decision has been made. And it's gone in favour of Abu Dhabi from the centre of the field. There's the play in question. And that was the 20th foul of Bin Dry in the match. It's been a long game. How long have we been playing for? It's been a long time. We've had 3 birthdays, a wedding and a christening just from the spectators. It's a 5B. And a chance for Bautista Viejo, who's teeing the ball up here, to try and get this down into a dangerous area. Surely he's going to put some pressure on and launch it. If he's got the stride right and the ball's sitting up nicely as it is, you'd expect him to have a whack. Bauti. And he has whacked it. It's low and it's down towards the 40-yard line, but it's been stopped nicely. It's Mohammed bin Drai who's back in defence there. And it's a penalty this time in favour of the Whites. And down to the 5B. Play is called. Kian Hall circling around here on the bay. Opens up, it's low, and it's bobbling its way down into a dangerous area. Bauti Viejo is there, it's been stolen away here and they're in on goal. It's surely this time, it's bin Drai in front of goal and they've got the score. Bin Drai, having done it the hard way, have finally come up with the golden goal. To cries from their crowd down in the corner, and they have defeated Abu Dhabi 10 goals to 9 after an extraordinary match here. Could barely see who actually scored it. It's that dark. But nice work from Mohammed, and he got some support by Solari. And the players are shaking hands down that end of the field. There you have it. Final score. Bin Drai 10, Abu Dhabi 9. So, of course, what that all means is that they will both progress. And Abu Dhabi will take on AM Polo in their semi-final. Bin Drai will take on Gantut. And it means Lamar will not be involved in a penalty shootout and not be involved in this tournament going forward. Those are the 4 semi-finalists. Let's have a look at the chucker-by-chucker progression here. There you have it. Bin Drai, who started with 3 men. We've had everything in this match. They started with the sin bin from the back end of the last game. And Mohammed bin Drai did not play almost 2 minutes of the first chucker, but Bin Drai came in 3 goals to 0. Extraordinary. Then there were 5-3 at half-time, having been pegged back to 3-3. 8-5 at the end of the third, and coasting. 3 goals ahead, but look at that. They scored 1 and conceded 4 in the fourth chucker, and Abu Dhabi tied the match and went to golden goal. Yes, indeed, just to reiterate, AM will take on Abu Dhabi and Bin Drai will take on Gantut in the semis. So there you have it. Those are the 4 semi-finals, and it will be Lamar who will head to the subsidiary. Field goals, 6-1. Abu Dhabi's just scoring 1 field goal in the whole game. That's extraordinary. 8 goals and penalties. Throw-ins, shaded by Abu Dhabi, 12-8 in their favour. Fouls, look at that. 12 by Abu Dhabi, 20 fouls by Bin Drai. Penalties 4 out of 4 for the Whites, 8 out of 9 for the purple shirts. There was 1 corner attempt, that was from Bin Drai, that did not get converted. And there was a yellow card, that went to Kian Hall for Bin Drai. Let's have a look at the highlights, the goals of the game. That was Solari, who came out of the traps pretty fast, didn't he? Scored a couple of really good goals. Here he is again. Kian Hall tucked in behind. No one at home in defence there for Abu Dhabi. Kian getting some support from Faku Kelly down at the scoreboard in the end of the field. Good work from Kian Hall there on that one. And Kelly with a simple task. Here's the replay. Hook coming in from Belti Bergeron. Stopped Kian Hall, but they couldn't stop the support act. Three more goals to show you. This was a nice one. Kian all the way through the defence and finding the under the neck shot. And this was an extraordinary attempt from Ugo Barabucci. Look at this near side backhander. The 5B from Belti Bergeron was way off target, way off line. Surely he didn't want to go that far left. But Ugo with a brilliant near side backhand. And this was Mohamed bin Drai after some good work from Solari, who came up with the backhander and released his teammate. And Solari with the finishing touch. There you have it, pictures of the scoreboard, 10 goals to 9. That's all we've got time for from this transmission for Polo Line TV. 3 games today from Gantoot. Hope you've enjoyed the action. Make sure you're tuned in for more Emirates Polo Championship international action as we turn our attentions to the semis.